Friday, April 7th, 2017. Here in the Pacific Northwest, we are having one crazy day. High winds, sunshine, rain, nuts. Give you guys a little look around here. It looks all nice out now. Like, we're gonna see this. Look how beautiful that is. 5 minutes ago, it was pouring ass rain. But that's what you expect here in the Pacific Northwest. It is one of those things where the weather will change in a blink of an eye. Today's topics, I don't even know really what I want to talk about. This blogging thing's not as easy as I thought. Oh yeah, thinking about it. Living here in Vancouver, Washington, we're pretty much right on the state line from Washington and Oregon. So, as a smoker, I go buy my cigarettes across the bridge in Portland, Oregon. 5 and 10 minute drive from here. Only because instead of spending $7.50, $8 up to, I've heard $10 a pack of cigarettes, I can go get them for about $5.50, $6. Well, for some reason, Oregon decided that was not okay anymore. And as of April 1st, decided to raise the price on cigarettes, or aka the tax that you pay for cigarettes. So now it's only about 50 cents, maybe $1 cheaper to go across the bridge, which unfortunately is not really quite worth it to me to go across the bridge. Really, saving $10 kinda is, kinda isn't. Kind of a toss-up at the moment. But the main reason why I'm talking about this is because people are going to say, oh, big tobacco companies are making all that money. Big tobacco companies are making so much off the smokers. Well, 8 years ago or so, over across the bridge in Oregon, it was only about $3 a pack of cigarettes. You get a carton for like $25, $30. The only thing that's changed is what they tax for the cigarettes. Not that the big tobacco companies are making any more money off of us. That's the state and government and federal government that's making that money because it's coming out in taxes. Not the cigarette companies are charging more for the same product, because no, they're not. Which really ekes me when I see those truth commercials, because they're not as truthful as they like to say. And they really are super biased, which I get. I'm trying to get people to quit smoking. That's great. Let's keep teenagers from smoking. If you're not 18, you shouldn't be smoking. It's just that simple. It's illegal for you to do. Now, I'm totally in agreement with that one. But let's stop the hate from us smokers. I mean, really? If I lived 3 states over, I'd be paying like $3.50 a pack of cigarettes because that's what they tax there. So therefore, how is that big tobacco making all this money in one state, but not in another? Taxes. The state's making that money. I can't say I'm upset about the liquor going up over across the bridge in Oregon either, because I don't really drink that often. I do every now and then, a couple times a year. About 2 handfuls of times a year, 2 hands worth, about 10 times, 10 days a year I usually drink. St. Patrick's Day, Halloween, any of my friends' birthdays, if they drink, we'll usually drink, But Jesus, enough is enough. What is with all this sin tax? Can't we tax other stuff a little bit more, or maybe not tax the sinful items so much? I'm not going to quit smoking because it got more expensive. I'm just going to have to spend more money because it costs a lot more to get quitting smoking aids and smoking prevention aids than it does just to fucking smoke. And that's stupid. I mean, I get they're trying to get people to stop smoking and all that good stuff, which is fine. But what about all those people that work at cigarette companies? What about all those jobs that'll be lost? That doesn't matter. We need to keep kids from smoking. That's great, let's do it. Kids shouldn't be smoking. Again, illegal. If it's illegal, you shouldn't be doing it. I mean, that's one reason I'm extremely happy to be living here in Washington State. Back in, 2012, I think it was, we legalized recreational marijuana. Probably one of the coolest things to happen. I never thought, in this early in my lifetime at least, that it would happen. I thought I'd be old. I thought I'd be in my 50s, 60s at the earliest. But it happened. And I'm really, really hoping that it happens in more of the states. And more or less just goes federal. I mean, that's just a bunch of tax dollars to be made for not only the states themselves, which has been proven, the states that have it legal make a lot of tax revenue from that. If we did it federally as well, and the federal government got a little slice of each of the pies, lots and lots of money over a simple plant that people should not be going to jail for as long as they do over. It's not even that bad of a thing. I mean, to some people maybe it is, but sitting back, roasting a little bit, smoking a little bowl, smoking a joint, smoking a bowl, what have you. I mean, I know there's other people out there that do hardcore drugs, actual drugs, and they don't find it fair that marijuana's legal and something like meth isn't. But there and again, when you smoke pot, what illegal activities do you really get into because you're high on weed? Now, turn around and put meth up there where you're staying up for days on end and sitting there itching your face and stealing shit, because that's what I've seen out of most tweakers. They're thieves. Not to mention, you can't die from marijuana. It doesn't happen. There's no such thing as an overdose. I guess the closest thing to an overdose is you pass the hell out. I mean, this is really what it comes down to. There is no ODing on weed. And stuff. I just don't get it. Bothersome, to say the least. Yeah. Decided to go back to Facebook, finally. I've been off there for about 2 months or so, just from all the drama and all the crap just going around. I just couldn't deal with it anymore. Didn't want to deal with it. Didn't have to deal with it. The only reason I ever joined Facebook is so I could stay in touch with my family that I don't have on my phone and can easily just call or go see. It's the only reason I ever joined Facebook. And sadly enough, which isn't really that sad at all, I've made many, many great friends on there from a simple game known as Pot Farm. And actually, it feels really nice to be back on Facebook and back in the Pot Farm community. Even though I'm not playing the game anymore. I don't got time for that. I got too much other stuff on my plate. I'm trying to actually somewhat hardcore raid in WoW. Not really. It's kind of dinking off on an alt raid group in my guild for the most part. I just don't have the time to really spend that much time playing the game like that. Lately, I've been just kind of straight gold farming. I've made enough to pay for 4 months of game time in a month, and feel pretty proud of myself again to know that I don't have to spend $16.50 a month to play my game. I can just play my game, make enough money, and pay for it that way, and still have a little in-game currency left over for myself for other random crap that I want to buy and just use it on. Because, I mean, that's the fun of that. Also, I don't know if I stated it, but I am getting more into my Magic the Gathering. Kind of moving more away from the tabletop gaming only to more, I don't know how you say it, more competitive play, I guess. Actually following the set rules for certain ways of playing it, playing in certain formats instead of just playing whatever the heck I want. Because I thought I might give myself an actual real challenge outside of my buddy Caleb kicking my freaking tush constantly. That guy. I remember, what is it now? Probably about 15, 16 years, 17 years, 18 years, something like that. Back when I was like 13, 14, when we first really started kind of collecting a little bit and playing. I used to smack the crap out of him and his brother every time. It was just a never-ending spree of me kicking butt with a freaking 120 card deck that shouldn't have won. But I had so many strategies interweaved into that deck that I could almost come out ahead no matter what. For the most part. Nowadays, not so much. No, I suck nowadays. So I decided I would follow the meta game and build a meta deck. And as soon as I can find an actual modern tournament here in town, we'll actually go to it. So far, it seems like all they want to do is standard, which is fine. But I'm not a big fan of the standard block right now, and just don't feel like wasting that much money for a deck that's only going to be good for a year, and then have to recycle it out when I can make a modern deck that is pretty much viable from now until the end of time almost. Minus, hey, maybe something else comes out that beats it, but hey, I'll deal with that in time. Alright, well, I am off of here, peeps. Enjoy the vlog. Let me know if I should continue doing these if you even made it this far into my video. Criticize me, whatever have you, I don't care. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I know the internet's full of people just out to freaking mess with other people, and I'm okay with that. The fun part is these faceless names don't affect me. You're not in my personal life. You're not stopping me from going to work. You're not taking my job from me, and if you try, I wouldn't try. I'm not much to mess with. I ain't this freaking pumped up buff guy, but I stand my ground no matter what. And I don't care how much bigger you are than me. I'm still going to stand up and stand my ground and be me. The goofy, crazy, happy-go-lucky, crazy redhead guy that I am. Yeah, well, looks like it's going to start getting a little nasty again. I better run over to the park. It's a couple minutes away and go spin my Pokestop and check on the gym I'm in. Hopefully I'm still there. Alright, this time I am out. Mr. Monkey says, peace. Have a good day. Enjoy. Try not to be an asshole.